Hi everybody, I'm Cynthia and I'm here with Todd today, and he has just completed the mountain bike race for the Leadville 100. It is part of a series of races that he's doing this summer, and we'd like to give you a little rundown on it. How you feeling today, Todd?
Feeling pretty good, but that's not necessarily the truth. It's been a week since I finished the mountain bike. We're just real slow about getting this kind of stuff done.
Oh, I guess that's really true. But anyway, tell us what you thought about the race.
It was hard.
Of course it was hard. What was hard about it?
Everything?
Okay.
No, actually, you know, it was a great ride. It was a great event. Probably the hardest part overall was the elevation. Of course, that's what gets everybody, especially lowlanders like us at that point. There's a lot of the climbs are super difficult, going power line, especially on the way back. But then you've got Columbine on the way out. Kind of, I guess you would call them legendary climbs on this thing. And they're really tough. But they wouldn't be near as tough if they started at 1,000 feet instead of 11,000 feet.
Yeah, what did you think about the rocks, considering that you don't have any background in riding a bike across those boulders and rocks?
You know, I guess one of the big things that I found about that was I'm good at going uphill because I'm so light, but just when you've got those big chunky rocks in your way, the increased demand for power it takes just to roll over each one of those little rocks is something I really wasn't expecting, you know, to add up during the day and get to me.
If you were to do this race again, what would you think that you would need to work on, or how could you, as someone from Kentucky or a place that doesn't have these kind of rocks, train for a race like this?
I guess for me personally, I would have to go somewhere like eastern Kentucky where there is some more, you know, this type of terrain. But I think that's the big thing, is to just realize that instead of more of a sustained power, even though the distance is 100 miles, you've still got to have those, be able to put in those little surges, you know? So I think just in general, doing a lot more work on just pure power would help me, you know, going to the gym more, those kind of things.
And what did you think about the road sections of this race? Were they pretty rideable? Like, could you make up time on the road if you were slow going over the rocks?
Oh yeah, that was one of the big things. You know, going the roads is more what I'm used to and everything. One thing that's funny, towards the end, right before you go, well, after you go up Power Line, come down Sugarloafing, you're on this section of road that's miles long. And nobody talks about that, but it's all uphill. Yeah, so that's pretty, if you haven't ridden the whole course, that's something that really gets to you, because you're really, even though you hear it mentioned, it's tougher than you think, especially at that point in the race.
Well, what about nutrition and eating along the way? Was that easy to do? Were you able to get food out of your pockets or pockets on your vest, or how did you manage that?
Now, for me personally, you know, I did eat some gels. I had some in the some side pockets on my bibs that weren't too hard to get rid of. But for most of the course, I mean, when you're climbing or bombing down a hill over those rough terrain, you can't really take your handlebars off to eat, your hands off your handlebars to eat. So I found that the liquid calories at that point is, you know, my best option personally.
Yeah. Maybe if you were more experienced, I don't know how that actually works. But
you know, the term experienced really comes up a lot, but I think it comes down to the fact that really I suck on a mountain bike.
No, I didn't mean that.
No, I know you didn't mean that, but that's the truth. I mean, you can't help it.
Well, I know, but you hadn't really ever done anything like this before. So anyway, I think you did a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a great race. I totally enjoyed it. You know, I beat the time cutoff, not by a long shot, but I felt very fortunate. I had no real problems out there. Cramped a little bit going up several of the mountains and stuff, but was able to recover from those cramps in this. We'll talk about the run on that later. But
were you able to like, if you had a flat tire, did you have stuff with you to repair everything that you needed?
Yeah, I did. I had all the equipment and everything to fix, but you know, like I said, I was only missed the cutoff by less than 15 minutes. So, you know, if I would have had a problem like that, that's what time was really going to, you know, be a factor. So I felt very fortunate that I didn't have any of those issues.
Well, actually, I was really proud of you. You did very, very well. And I was quite nervous of you going down all those rocks. Did you find people that like you watched what they did and then you followed them down?
Yeah, especially like coming down power line, everybody talks about that. But, not being in the front, so many people had already gone down that line. It was a lot easier to, find, just see in the ground the lines people have been taking. So that helped me a lot.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Do you have any advice for anybody that might want to do this race that has not done a mountain bike before?
I think that just, you'll hear people talk about this being more of a road course, but it's not. If you're a road rider, you're going to find it very tough. So just getting out on some technical terrain and practicing. And then the other thing is, unless you're one of the top guys, you're pushing your bike some on this. So if you're coming out to do it, just know that's going to happen and practice that, because if you haven't practiced the hike-a-bike parts, you could get blisters, you could have all kinds of issues. So I think that's something very important also.
Well, do you have anything you want to add about like your gear, your socks?
Not really. We can go over that kind of stuff later, but I just want to put it in perspective of, how I did in this race. There was one guy that did it that was 81 years old that completed this race.
Oh my gosh, he did, didn't he?
He kicked my ass. I mean, to tell you.
That is so impressive. Oh my gosh. You know what? We got a few years left.
Yeah,
we
maybe.
can try it again. Yeah, there you go.
All right, well, that's our quick race report, and we'll get the one to you on the run here shortly. Thanks.
Have a great day. Bye.